Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Dell. I'm excited to have you here with me today. We're going to get into some channel messages as well as a tarot reading. We're going to be working with Tarot of the Divine, so I hope everybody is doing well, and yeah, all information about me can be found in the description box. How to book a personal reading. It can only be done through my website, dellegoddessintuitive.com or dellegoddess.com, as well as any songs that come through the reading. I just throw on our Spotify playlist, and you can hit shuffle and just enjoy the music that way, or you can also hit shuffle and pull an intuitive message for yourself through a song if you desire. And thank you to everyone who likes, shares, and subscribes to the channel, comments on the videos. It's so appreciated. Your support is very welcome, and I'm just so grateful, so thank you so much. And for those of you who haven't subscribed already or liked, please definitely consider do so. It's a welcoming and loving space, so I'd love to have you part of the community and the channel as it's growing, so thank you so much. Okay, I think that's all the housekeeping stuff, so let's get into the reading. Just going to center myself, and I'm actually hearing to say allow you to center yourself. So if you want to just take just take this time to do a couple of grounding deep breaths with me. We're only going to do like 2 or 3. So just inhale, filling the lungs into the heart space, and really be centered in yourself. So inhaling in and exhale out. Inhale in and exhale out, releasing any tension. And last one, inhale in, really filling the lungs. And exhale out, releasing any tension, just doing a little shake at the end there. Okay. So what I'm hearing right away is that something wants to be revealed. So something wants to reveal itself to you. There we go. How this, okay, we're getting into it. So how this is coming through is in the form of a call. I feel like somebody is going to call you up with some news. So just a friendly reminder, these are general readings, they're not personal readings. So always take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else. I look at the way that this works is like, it's kind of like a giant mailbox, and we're looking at each message as this is a letter, and it might have your name on it, or this letter might have somebody else's name on it. So we leave that for them. So just a friendly reminder, and always I'm channeling always in a space of divine love and non-judgment. So just channeling and delivering the messages and translating the energy, which is what I do as my job as a medium. So, okay. Now that that's out of the way, I get to, there's a message with that, is what my nose keeps wanting to itch. So I feel like somebody is contemplating or talking about you in a positive or a friendly way about how best to approach you with something. It could be too that your boss is coming at you with a proposition or a proposal for work or something like that, where it's like I'm hearing like you could be asked to be a team leader in some aspect or regard. For others of you, it's like a phone call dealing with like a personal relationship about how best to move forward with something, or this person is calling you to get help with something. So I'm getting my cat's saying hello. So I'm getting that it's more like it's likely to be the latter, meaning that it's likely that they're calling to get your help or your support on something, how to move forward. Yeah, I'm not getting anything else around that, but it's just you could be sensing that somebody is approaching you and you're wondering what that's about. So that's what's coming through. It's welcome and it's friendly, whatever it is. So and I'm also hearing it's also a friendly reminder, a welcome reminder to you that to have hope and faith for people who maybe seem to feel a little bit lost in your life. So I feel like that might be a separate message or only for some of you. But yeah, and then just reminding again that the other message could be that it's like your boss calls and wants you to lead a project or be a team leader in some capacity. So I'm gonna just get quiet because there's, I think, a couple more channel messages. Someone you're saying like farewell to, they'll be coming back soon, so not to worry. It's like they go away or they go off for work and you're wondering how long it's going to take. I get that they're going to be back sooner than later, sooner than you know. There's one more channel message I can feel that wants to come in, so I'm just going to get quiet to allow that. there's a general message about like asking yourself what you want because you're going to get it. So just making sure that it is the thing that you want. I get that. The way that they're showing it to me is like someone is, I'm seeing like a fundraiser. I don't know if you have this at your schools or your children have this, you know, or you have this for your kids where it's like doing a fundraiser to make, you know, some extra money towards a school trip or something like that. But I see it's like someone hands you a catalog, and I don't know if they still do it in a catalog, I'm wondering now, but back in the day, you got like a paper catalog, and you would check off what everyone ordered, and you would collect checks, and that's how you would do the fundraiser. So that's how they're showing it to me, so I trust it's translating to you in the way it needs to for the message to come out. But it's like somebody hands you that, and it's like, it's on me, pick what you want, because you're guaranteed to get it. So that's how the universe is coming through for you at this time right now. It's like somebody's handed you a cosmic fundraiser catalog thing, so you're looking through it, and I'm seeing it, it's a gift. So make sure that you're not just picking something just to fulfill, you know, this person wanting to gift you something. Really sit with it and see, like, no, what do I want to order for myself? What would I enjoy the most? And what do I want to allow myself to have? So there's a key word in that with allowing yourself to have. Is this about a fundraiser? No. It could be, but I'm getting it's more like a general overall message with something. It's like the universe wants to give you a gift or treat you to something. So really sit with, okay, what is it that I want? And really sit in that energy of what would I really love to allow myself to receive, and can you receive it? For some, it's a job. It's like a dream job that's coming in. For some, it's a home. It's a house you've had your eye on. For some, it's a relationship, a partnership that wants to enter your orbit. But the main message with these things is that there might be a blockage to you allowing yourself to have the very thing that you want. To really sit with that and then just allow yourself, you know, I allow myself to receive this gift. Thank you. So just let the universe treat you, okay? That's how it's coming through. All right, on to the tarot. Let's see what we've got. I'll get the cards out first, and then we'll talk. I can only see one so far. It's the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords talks about like feeling an increased pressure to make a decision about something, or at least that's how it's coming through today. So there's one more, and then we'll talk. So making sure with the bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords. This is actually telling the story of Fenrir. He came through in a reading. I'm not sure when it was, maybe a week ago or so. I don't remember. Maybe more than that. I don't remember. I'm sorry. But it's about the Norse mythology story of Fenrir. There's something too about like understanding where fear plays a role in your life, and where fear is actually could potentially be dictating the outcome of something. So if we are allowing ourselves to fear someone or something or somebody that is unknown to us, or it just seems like we were told or taught, or you were told or taught to mistrust them in some way, just making sure, like, is there a reason for that? Is it fear-based? And to allow your heart make that answer for you, because I'm getting that. I think the mind is kind of stepping in and trying to do this like rationalization or reasoning with you, but it doesn't, it's like there's a conflict within your heart, because I don't think you fully understand. I think you do understand, but it's more like you're not seeing the full picture with like, all right, I feel conflicted about this. I think it's actually fear-based. Like maybe I was taught to fear this person or this group or whatever, but it's really, what if the reason I'm fearing it is because it would help me lead into like a way larger expansion within myself? What if it enhances the capability of my ability to love? Or, you know, it's something like that, that maybe your perceived fear with something is actually holding you back from an expansion that you're not allowing yourself to have. So with the Two of Swords, there's a decision has to be made, because I feel like I'm also getting to like feeling stuck between a rock and a hard place about, do I help this person or do I not help this person? Of course, there's certain circumstances where it's like you want to help, but your heart is telling you not to. So it could be reverse, where it's like you really want to help, but there's a fear there of like, oh, if I let this person in, I might be the one who gets burned by it or something like that. So I know these are, yeah, they're not personal readings, so and they're not very specific, and it could be like, this might fit this person, this might fit this person. So really lean into your intuition to see which message is for you, if this resonates for you. But I just get that the time has come to make a decision about something, and you can't prolong it any further. So that's how it's coming in. A little clue about this could be there was a lunar eclipse back in March, early March. So it's like something that was going around then. It could be a theme that's connected to this decision that you have to make, and just see if there is any thought seeds or seeds of fear or something planted at that time. And just to meditate and go within. You can ask your higher self or the universe, just please show me where, if fear is leading the way, and please show me how, so that way I can make the appropriate action for myself. Queen of Cups is really asking you to feel into this. So it's like, all right, let me really connect to my heart space and see like, what is it that I want here? Because if I want to, I don't know if that's focusing or not, I'm sorry. Okay. Because if what I want here is expansion and happier relationships and connections with others, that's going to require me to show up in a different way. I might have to be a little vulnerable, but at least I can be vulnerable and honor my boundaries at the same time. So that's the lesson of the Queen of Cups, how she's coming through in this reading. So, and we're also going from the end of the reading to the beginning, I'm noticing. So the cards are laid out and we're actually working in the reverse. So how this is coming in is you might have already jumped ahead to a conclusion that hasn't even arrived yet or exists yet. So it's like worst case scenario thinking of, okay, it's like you're so afraid this is going to happen, but it hasn't even happened yet. And Spirit's just reminding you that sometimes taking a rest and taking a breather to be like, all right, let me stop and see how I actually want to collect myself in a calm way, and so I can show up as myself in a calm way. Underneath the Four of Swords, we have the Emperor. So they're both 4 cards. So 4 of Swords, and then the Emperor is the number 4. So this is also, I'm getting, taking place around Aries season, that this is coming in as well. It could be at the beginning of Taurus season, but I'm getting more so like it's, it could also be that it's already taken place, like it began in Aries season or whatever, and that there's a settling coming through or forward in Taurus season. And then I'm seeing this even flow of exchange of energy where it's like, I get that things have been settled and there's flow again into Gemini season. So it's just a loose timeline, but of course, whenever you're finding this reading, you can trust the divine timing that this has found you, and you can ignore that if it's not resonating for you. With these 2 cards, they're very different energies. One is totally fear-based. One is just, let me look at things in a very clear-minded way so I can make a clear-minded decision. So how you are showing up in your own energy, it's going to affect the outcome. So there is a reading that's coming through right now. It was fate, something about fate reveals actions taken out of fear or love. So I'll link that reading in the description box. They're showing me exactly the one it is. So there might be messages in there for you. Then we have the 7 of Swords. Yeah, so what I'm getting to is just, I think you're afraid of being taken advantage or something like that, or having like somebody getting one over on you. So it just like you're being taken for a loop or something. And it's for you to decide whether or not that's true. I'm not getting a clear answer. I know that's not very helpful, especially if you want to know what's going on. But it feels like it's meant for you to really lean into, is there actually a threat, or is the threat the shadow here, or is the shadow actually like an ant this big that's made to look, this big, and there's fear as a result of it. So there's something like that where it's like your feelings are valid. Obviously, they're your feelings. It's what you are feeling, but just making sure that you're not allowing yourself to become the feeling that you are feeling. So if you are aware that you are experiencing fear, are you allowing yourself to become fear? I don't know what's going on today with the camera. I can't tell if it's focused or not, so I apologize if, and I really don't know how to fix it. So hopefully it's not too grainy or whatever. But yeah, now I'm just hitting buttons, so I'm not sure what's going on. Give me a second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. I'm not the most tech savvy person, so I'm not even sure what I just did, but hopefully that looks better. And if not, I apologize. It could be just wonky today. So Ace of Cups is the next card coming in. So with the Ace of Cups, I'm getting that you trust yourself. That there something occurs or whatever where it's like, okay, I'm recognizing I've allowed fear to take over the steering wheel of my life, of the car of my life, and I'm allowing myself to lean back more into my heart space and to trust myself. Yes, I can protect myself, I can have good boundaries, but it doesn't serve me to keep all of my love and my heart bottled up. I can feel that I'm being asked or called to expose myself here a little bit, where it's like, yes, I need to be vulnerable right now. I need to trust, I need to open up my heart in some way, shape, or form. But it's just acknowledging that the fear is there, but recognizing you are not the fear, and noticing if the fear is keeping you contained and preventing you from expanding into yourself or exploring into yourself. I'm also getting to a message of like, are you sabotaging yourself? Are you aware or knowing that you are sabotaging yourself? So if there's a way that you can kind of just check in with yourself and have that knowing, all right, was I recently really happy? That's a big one. And this comes up in the book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, which is one of my all-time favorites if you've been following the channel for a little bit. But he talks about like, just if you notice that you had this really happy feeling, or you went on a really great date, or you had a really great day at work, it's like some area of your life usually will crumble if you are upper limiting yourself. So meaning that you're only comfortable with happiness or success that measures up to this standard. So if you try to go beyond that, so you're experiencing way more happiness than usual, or way more happiness than you have in a long time, it's like you'll unknowingly create this series of obstacles for yourself that kind of knock you back down to the level of happiness that you have been comfortable at. So the trick to get around that is to really lean into, oh, I noticed that I was feeling happy and I tried to sabotage myself. It's okay for me to lean into and expand into more happiness for myself. And it takes like almost like training to be able to get a hand of this, but just noticing it, bringing awareness to it, and even getting curious about it. Like, okay, I noticed that I was sabotaging there. You know, I wonder what happened. And then, you know, was I worrying about anything? Was I happy recently? What was that about? And then trying to connect the dots. So why did you create that upper limit for yourself? What were you afraid of realizing or releasing or feeling more of? And then can you allow yourself just to feel into that even more, and then go from there. So yeah, and with that we have Temperance, so that's perfect. It's literally like you're becoming like an excellent moderator to your own emotions, to your own feelings, not letting them to control you or overstep or take the reins of your life, but just allowing them to guide you, to show you, okay, if I notice that fear is coming up, I'm learning to see that now as a teacher, where, okay, fear is just letting me know that I want to expand in some way, but I'm not sure I'm ready. And then just having that talk with yourself, and then expanding into more of that love, that happiness that you weren't certain or aware that you were ready for. And then the same too with anger. I'm just picking up on, like, if there's this emotion of anger coming up, it's what has been pressed, what has been pushed under the surface that you're not allowing yourself to experience. We don't have to be afraid of that emotion. We can just be curious about it. Oh, I notice that I'm feeling anger. I'm experiencing anger. You know, what aren't I letting go of? What aren't I allowing myself to release or to communicate or to express? And then, you know, get out a journal or a notebook or something, piece of paper, your notes and in your phone or whatever, and just let it out. You know, why am I angry? What is my anger trying to show me? What am I not revealing to myself, and see what comes forward. And then we learn how to temper ourselves that way. So we're not overreacting, and we're not, you know, by being very combative or reactive, and we're not under responding or whatever, where it's like okay, I'm just gonna stuff this in because I don't fully understand myself, because that's gonna lead to an implosion later. You know what I mean? So it's just, I feel like this is very much like weighing out and learning to overcome your fear in a healthy way is how it's coming through, and creating a healthy environment within yourself for which you are able to do that. So we have the Ten of Wands and the Page of Wands. So I love that too, because it's about someone who has learned to learn from their struggles. So someone who's learned to learn from their struggles and overcome them in a creative way by being curious about it. I'm hearing by first allowing yourself and letting yourself to become curious about it, and then to nurture that. So it's like, you know, with the Ten of Wands, it's just like, you know, someone who has carried all these wands and it didn't, you know, they weren't able to move any further along in their life because it was just became too heavy, you know. And then, but again, just allowing yourself to be not consumed by them or identified by them, but allowing yourself to become curious by them. So the main message here with this reading, I feel like, is you are no longer being consumed by your emotions or your thoughts. You're learning to be inspired by them and to be curious by them, so that way they can lead to your greatest breakthroughs. So that's really awesome and super powerful. And that's all that I'm seeing here for today. So I'm going to leave the reading there. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you feel that the reading was helpful or a message resonated with you. Please share with a friend if you think it would help them. Until next time, I will see you. Stay well, stay safe, and take care. Bye.